guys, it's Fee. Guess what? I'm doing another tag. Actually, I'm gonna do this one because I was kind of tagged by someone else to do this tag, so I'm gonna do this tag instead of a different tag that I was thinking of doing today. I'll do that one tomorrow. Okay. Veronica, Voni vlog. I will link her below. She did the dialect tag, and I'm gonna respond to that. She did the dialect tag, and being from Canada, she added on a bunch of her own words and a bunch of her own questions. And when I was watching it, I was cracking up the entire time because a lot of the words do sound different when they're said by someone who lives in a different area of the world. I am from the Chicago area. When I travel, I'm told all the time that people from the Chicago area have an accent. Of course, I think they're crazy because it sounds normal to me. So I'm going to do this, and you guys can tell me if I say anything differently than the average Joe. I do know and have known people from all areas of the country, so I think I've picked up a little bit of wordage here and there from people. So a couple of things I think I already know I say a little bit differently than the average person from Chicago. So I don't know. So I have all 50 mazillion words that you're supposed to say written down here. And then I have the questions you're supposed to answer on my phone. So that's why I'm looking down, because there's like a lot of words and a lot of questions. All right, so I am just going to start listing these off, and you guys let me know if I say anything goofy. Garage, herb, schedule, figure, jaguar, lieutenant, water, advertisement, vase, root, ballet, tomato, leisure, address, buoy, aluminum, ant, oil, heater, caramel, fire, shore, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, caught, roof, comfortable, orange, tour, sorry, borrow, Nevada, salmon, ruin, about, house, knives, vehicle, chocolate, milk, perfect, niche, drawer, naturally, grocery, wash, envelope, coffee, asphalt, data, iron, and Z, not Z, Z. And I'm actually going to add a word here myself that I don't know if this is a word that's just said differently, or if I pick something goofy up from somewhere, or if I'm just strange. Leverage. I know a lot of people say leverage. I say leverage. And I get into arguments with my husband over that one all the time. Okay, and the second half of this is a bunch of questions that I do have on my phone. And the first one is, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I would call that TPing a house. What is the bug when you touch it, it curls into a ball? I call that a roly-poly. Veronica called that a potato bug. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Again, I'll link her video below so you guys know what I'm talking about. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? Pop. Now I know a lot of people call it soda. We call it pop. And I think that's a Chicago thing. I think a lot of people in Chicago call it pop. What do you call gym shoes? Sometimes I call it gym shoes, sometimes I call them sneakers. I kind of interchange that one. What do you say to address a group of people? Hey guys, yeah. My husband picked up y'all from somebody. And actually, every now and then I do say that. Like, if I'm really riled up, I'll say, y'all. And I'm not even from the South. So I picked that up from someone. Okay, next is, what do you call the kind of spider or spider-like creature that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I do call this one a daddy long legs, just like Veronica. What do you call your grandparents? Well, I wasn't lucky enough to have a grandfather that was still alive when I was born. But I called my grandmother Gram, G-R-A-M, Gram. And I don't think I know anybody else that has done that. I know people that call their grandmothers Mimi. I've heard Meemaw. That's a more recent one. I've heard Nona. I called mine Gram. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call that a cart. I think Veronica called it a buggy. What do you call it when rain falls when the sun is shining? Rain is falling when the sun is shining. Hey, check it out. It's raining and the sun is out. That's what I call that. We don't call it sun showers. I don't think I know anybody that calls it a sun shower. What do you call the thing you change the channel on TV with? We call it the remote. My aunt used to call it the clicker. I think they may be a generation thing more than a area thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. What do you call the room in your house with the toilet? I call that the bathroom. Yeah, I call it the bathroom. What do you call an apartment in a single room with a bathroom attached? I believe I would call that a studio apartment. And I think that's it. Now, if you watch Veronica's vlog, and I'm going to try and do this from memory because I watched it yesterday and I forgot to write this part down. She showed a bunch of items. One was a bathrobe. She didn't call it a bathrobe. Go watch her video to find out what she called it. I call that a bathrobe, Veronica. The other thing was one of those, I don't have one, so you're going to have to, go well with my description. It's one of those hats with the long things that come down here with the balls at the bottom. I know those go by a proper name. I don't think it's the name that Veronica said that I've ever heard, at least. I can't even remember what she called it. All I know is I was watching the video and I said, that's a what? No, that's not. What's that? I don't know what the proper names of those kind of hats are. All I know is when they first came out, I made fun of them. And this is going to sound horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I apologize in advance. I mean no disrespect to anybody by this. But when I was young, the only kids that wore those were the kids that rode the short bus to school. So I call those the short bus kids hats. I know, it's horrible, but that's part of my childhood, I guess. I never in a million years would have thought some of the stuff that they brought back from a bazillion years, well, no, I'm not going to say a bazillion years ago because it'll make me feel and sound really, really old. And I'm not old. But I would have never thought that some of the stuff I saw from my childhood they would have brought back. There are certain things that should stay in the past and just remain there. Those hats are one of them. And the other thing that she showed was it looked like a bottle of whiskey to me, and I think she said they call it a Mickey, or if you're going for a case or a pack of 24 cans of beer, she calls it a 2-4. I believe I'm remembering that correctly. Yeah, I've never heard those before. The bottle of whiskey, I think we would just call it a bottle of whiskey. And if it is of a particular size, we might call it a liter. And the pack of 24, we would call a pack of 24. So, I don't know. There are definitely some things different. Things that you call them. Things that you say differently when you're from other areas. So here is my dialect tag. Guys, tell me if I say things weird. I'm really interested in if I sound different to other people. And if you are watching this and you haven't done this yet, I tag you. Veronica tags you. The whole YouTube community tags you. Go and do this. Talk to you guys tomorrow.